Real quick, let me ask you this: do you like Mississippi Queen as a song better, or Don't Stop Believing?
Probably more of a Mississippi Queen guy. But I don't hold a phone up with a light inside Davis Wade Stadium.
Mississippi
Well,
Queen.
you could.
I'm from Vicksburg.
Yeah.
So the fact that it says down around Vicksburg gets my vote.
Yeah, I like it. Well, that's like when they do Johnson City, Tennessee on Wagon.
Are you advocating for a change to the Mississippi State fourth quarter song?
I'm not going to lie to you. I grew up during the Journey era, and to those knock yourself out. But I've always been a Mississippi Queen guy.
This is huge news.
It's a big deal.
That's the biggest. We have finally got breaking news at SEC Media Days.
Alert the marketing department. If I told you that outside the door there was a car waiting for you, you had no responsibilities tomorrow, there's a private jet at the airport, and pilots that would take you wherever you wanted to go when you left here, where would you go?
How long do I have?
10 days. Is that enough?
Maybe Tahiti. I've always wanted to go to Tahiti.
It's a long trip.
It is.
Stay in one of those bungalows over the water?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're right. It is a long day, and I do have the season. Let me think. 10 days.
I'm going to give you a week, which keeps you a little closer to home, maybe.
Boy, I had a good time up in Wyoming when I went up there for 4th of July this time. I'm from up there. And then was in Florida some. If you could travel in Europe easy, there'd be some options there, but it seems like an unmitigated nightmare.
It really does right now. It does feel like a nightmare right now.
A cool road trip would be fun, you know.
On a motorcycle?
Nah, more like a motorhome or one of those Madden Cruiser things.
Wouldn't be a bad way to go.
I'd keep the bus driver company because I like to be able to mess with my phone, read a book, do something, you know.
Scale of 1 to 10, your level of excitement as you go into a new season.
Well, I'm always excited. I always look forward to it, always excited. I mean, you know, to be really good and for coaching or playing to be something for you is you got to really like practicing, and I do really like practicing. You know, the whole practice, improve, grind through. I do like practicing and improving.
You had some interesting comments today about expansion, about Oklahoma and Texas possibly coming in and maybe making a swap into another division.
Well, I don't know how they're going to do it. I just know this, that, you know, we can't play everybody. So, you know, if they put those two on our schedule, two are coming off. And I can't think of I can maybe a combination, maybe one combination of two that you'd rather have than them. But, I mean, I don't know. I mean, who do you think would be tougher to play, Alabama and Auburn? Okay, I'm talking over the long haul. Over the long haul.
I was going to say, is Texas back?
Alabama and Auburn, or Texas and Oklahoma? Well, I don't think Texas is going to be dormant forever. You know, look at the resources they have. Texas is not going to be dormant forever.
Yeah.
Neither's Auburn.
No, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you that you maybe take a half a step back if Texas and OU are the teams that you play every single year, as opposed to Alabama and Auburn.
Yeah.
Nobody would complain about Alabama rotating off of their schedule on an annual basis.
No, or Auburn, if you think about it. I mean, over the long haul. And then, you know, I've played Oklahoma and Texas a lot, but, you know, I don't know. I've always been curious about their motivations. Obviously, it's money, but, I mean, if there were any beyond that.
Greg Sankey told us a second ago that one of the things that was never reported when Oklahoma and Texas came into the league was they never had a conversation about money, which is fascinating to me. Said they wanted to be part of something special, which, you know, sounds nice and rosy. I don't know if I really believe it.
Yeah, I don't know on that. No. Keep in mind, no. When was the last time the University of Texas ever had a conversation that didn't involve money? Yeah, I don't know if I buy that. You know, I mean, we might be misunderstanding what he meant or something, because Yeah, I don't know. Sitting there being in a good position to win the Big 12 was pretty good business too, but it's our place is pretty crowded.
Yeah. 8 conference games or 9 conference games?
I think 8.
Why?
Well, I just think it puts the teams in your conference in a better situated with regard to going to the playoffs. Now, I don't know what the playoff format's going to be, but
so would that change if it was a 12-team playoff instead of 4?
No, I mean I still think it's better. And if you have an extended playoff, then you just trust your teams to win. But I mean, my feelings on playoffs are pretty well known, and you guys can look that up. But I do think they'll think it out, and I think we're making progress on it.
We had a lot of fun talking about your 64-team playoff idea that you kind of explained for us last time we visited.
Right, and so, but like the big conferences, I think you just got to trust your teams to win if you do it that way. Just trust them to win. I mean, it's like, I think there's a sense that somebody will sneak up on them. Well, if we're half as good as we think we are, we've got to trust conference-wise we're going to win,
Hey, Dad always gets mad at me. He says, I dominate and we don't talk football enough with you, so I just need to shut up. What's the dying football question?
I don't really know what it is, Coach. You tell me, what is the question you have about your team as we get ready to start camp?
I think we just got to steadily improve. I think it's kind of the whole thing incrementally, we're still not that old of a team, but we've got quite a lot of playing experience, but we're really not seniors for the most part.
We have an announcement today. Brian Haydad has a new show that is beginning on SuperTalk Mississippi across the entire state of Mississippi on October 3rd. It's after we finish from 6 to 7. It's Thunder and Lightning. You may have heard his podcast before, and it's now going to be on the
Mike's
radio.
An avid listener.
Nothing but Mississippi State every week.
Damn right. It'd be outstanding. That'd be good.
So
he wants you to be his first guest.
I want you to be my first guest.
Yeah, I can do that. When you want to do it?
We're going to debut August 3rd.
Oh, there's a specific time?
Yeah.
You might could pre-record it.
We'll figure it out.
Record it.
We'll figure it out.
Record it.
Absolutely.
I try to do these things around bike rides and stuff, where I can multitask. And
I think the idea of having you on while you're on a bike is electric radio.
Yeah, I'd be
especially
happy
for a
to
debut show. So yeah. Very excited to announce that here, the first ever statewide show covering just Mississippi State sports.
Yeah, we could do that.
Mike Leach is in. See how easy I made that happen? That was no problem. It was no problem.
Will Rogers, let's finish there with the way that you've seen him grow from the first time he stepped on the field to what he accomplished a year ago to what you think, if he continues to grow, he is capable of.
The biggest thing with him that I like is he just needs to get incrementally better. I don't have some final destination, but he needs to steadily improve. And one way to help improve him is to improve the guys around him. And then, there's a point where, if you're like, say, your offensive unit's playing pretty well, there's a point where it's difficult to say, separate. I mean, was it the receiver? Was it the quarterback? Was it the O-line? Was it the running backs?
Would it matter to you if he became the all-time passing leader in the NCAA?
I kind of expect. Well, I think he's definitely got a shot because one of the biggest keys to doing that is you got to start 4 years.
Yeah.
So he's off to a good start on that.
And he could be at like 4.5 when it's all said and done.
Well, not only
right?
that, he's actually got 3 years left.
Right.
So if he manages to play all 5 years, his chances are pretty high. Actually, Case Keenum got 4.5 years.
Right.